The first 2 episodes of the new Paramount Plus political thriller series The Agency introduces Michael Fassbender's Martian, a storied and hardened CIA operative who gets called in for a crucial assignment. Created for American television by Jez and John Henry Butterworth, Edge of Tomorrow, Ford v Ferrari, The Agency is an adaptation of the 2015 critically acclaimed French thriller series The Bureau created by Eric Rochon. Fassbender leads the cast of The Agency alongside Jeffrey Wright, Richard Gere, Catherine Waterston, John Magaro, Sora Lightfoot-Leon, and Jodie Turner-Smith. Despite its promising source material and ensemble cast, The Agency has received mixed reviews, resulting in a negative Rotten Tomatoes score of 45% after its 2-episode premiere on November 29, 2024. During The Agency Episode 1 The Bends and Episode 2 Wooden Duck, Fassbender's Paul Lewis gets pulled out of a 6-year undercover mission to help locate a missing CIA operative named Coyote who has the potential to reveal several long-term undercover missions in as many as 9 countries. Due to the extreme circumstances, Paul, who's known around the London CIA offices as the celebrated Martian, is brought in by his superiors Henry, Wright, and Bosco, Gere. Michael Fassbender's Martian was undercover as Paul Lewis Indiana, Ethiopia for 6 years. His Paul Lewis identity was supposed to terminate once he got to London. Michael Fassbender's Martian looking intensely at someone in The Agency. As portrayed in the first 2 episodes of The Agency, Michael Fassbender's character isn't actually named Paul Lewis even though he was initially introduced to the audience as such. Paul Lewis was the undercover alias he used while he was on an undercover mission in Ethiopia, which was cut abruptly short after Coyote was potentially compromised. Fassbender's protagonist is known as Martian around the CIA and has an exceptional track record as being one of the agency's most reliable operatives. He is forced to abort the mission and is pulled out of Ethiopia so suddenly because Coyote's disappearance becomes a top priority. It's unclear what exactly Martian was doing in Dubia for 6 years when he gets pulled out suddenly. All that's established is that he developed a relationship with an Ethiopian woman named Sami Zahir, who is having an extramarital affair with Martian, or Paul Lewis as she knows him to be. It appears that the affair had gone on for quite some time as Paul certainly has feelings for Samia but must leave her behind and bury her with his former Paul Lewis identity. As portrayed in The Agency Episode 2, Martian has a soft spot and weakness for Samia, who interestingly finds her way to London to reconnect with Paul. Martian was pulled out of Ethiopia to help locate a missing field agent named Coyote in Belarus. Coyote was arrested after driving drunk and disappeared soon after. Jodie Turner-Smith as Sami looking intrigued in a crowd in The Agency. The CIA needed all hands on deck following the potentially disastrous arrest and disappearance of a CIA operative in Belarus codenamed Coyote. Coyote was arrested after driving drunk and causing various damage while undercover in the Eastern European country Belarus. After he was arrested and jailed, Coyote soon disappeared, which sparked panic among the CIA as he was aware of valuable intel that could greatly compromise the entire organization. Coyote, who quit drinking, previously said if he was ever drunk, it would likely be because his cover had been blown, which could very well be the case. Based on Martian's quick thinking and strong decision-making skills shown at the end of The Agency Episode 2, it became clear why Henry and Bosco needed him back in London to help with the Coyote situation. Martian orchestrates the line of questioning for a CIA operative in Russia named Alexei who tries to escape to America. Martian eventually loses his patience, grabbing a ski mask and interrogating Alexei face-to-face and breaking him by naming off a list of Russian intelligence officers who are actually characters in Leo Tolstoy's classic novel War and Peace. Because Alexei confirmed these fictional characters as Russian operatives, Martian discovered that he was actually not a Russian double agent. Martian has a daughter in London and is in a compromising relationship with Sami Zahir. These are the only 2 people Martian loves in The Agency. Outside of his work obligations with the CIA, Martian lives an isolated life but is able to have contact with his daughter when he returns from Ethiopia, who visits him in London. Based on their dialogue in a few short scenes, it appears that Martian and the mother of his daughter are separated. Martian has been unable to be much of a father considering he has spent the majority of a half-decade in Ethiopia undercover. He could also be putting his family at risk if his true identity were ever compromised. The greatest risk to Martian, however, is Sami Zahir. Martian discovers that she lied about the real reason why she was in London in the final scenes of The Agency Episode 2.